Okay, hey everybody. If I have never met you before, my name is Amanda McMaster. I'm a senior Ruby ambassador and I have been with Plexus for a little over 3 years. I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys tonight and doing this training on social media. It's obviously one of the main elements of our business, and you can absolutely make or break your business with how you're presenting yourself on social media. And so I'm going to jump right in. My husband said, "Do you know how long this training's going to be?" And I was like, "This is until I stop talking is how long it's going to be." So I don't know. So let me start talking, because the sooner I start, the sooner I'll stop. So I am excited to share tonight. I'm going to share my journey and to give you guys a little bit of background if you've never met me before. My husband and I are former missionaries. I do not have a background in sales. I do not have any previous network marketing experience before Plexus. I jumped into the business after signing up. I signed up as a wholesale customer, was desperate for the products. My sponsor, Rachel Hofseth, had been sharing with me very consistently and very diligently, and yet very gently and sensitively for about 6 months. And I was not gentle or sensitive in how many times I told her no. And finally, my health was at an all-time low. And I said to my husband, "What if this stuff works?" And I jumped in as an ambassador. Well, she sent me kind of the standard welcome email that she sends all of her new ambassadors. And in that, she included the compensation plan. Well, not only was our health horrible, but our finances were equally as desperate and in need of help and attention. And I was working in those 6 months that Rachel was sharing with me. I went out and got 2 jobs outside of the home, you guys, okay? Because I never put together like that I could do what Rachel was doing. I don't know why it never occurred to me. And I thought it was weird what Rachel was doing. She was a new gold ambassador. And so I would say to Chris, because she would post the annual income disclosure, she would post it, and I would say to my husband, I'd be like, "Did you know Rachel makes like $1,000 a month? Isn't that totally weird?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, that's weird. Like, how does that even work?" We just didn't get it at all. But once I had that compensation plan in my hands, my wheels got to turning, and I thought very quickly, what if I could make a few extra $100 a month? I watched a couple Melissa Eichenhorst videos. I watched a couple Tamara Holloway videos, and I was all in. And when I say all in, I mean all in. Like, I'm going Emerald in a year. I don't know how. I don't know who is going to even join me, because I did not have a local network where we were living. All I had was Facebook. You guys, my entire network was on Facebook. We had just moved to Texas after leaving full-time ministry, and I had zero local network. I was new at church. I was new everywhere, and all I had was Facebook. And so when I go in, I go all in, and I knew if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this well. I'm not going to mess around with this. I'm going to do this the right way. And I don't want to mess this up. It's kind of what I was thinking. It's like, if I'm going to do this, I want to do this the right way. Well, of course, looking back, were there things that I did wrong? Yes. Were there things that I posted that I hang my head in shame now? Yes. Like, would I ever teach some of my ambassadors to do what I did early on? Some of it, yes. Some of it, no. And that is what we're going to do tonight. So I want to talk a lot about that first month of posting, because like I said, I had no previous social or network marketing experience. I was not on Facebook regularly. I was not on social media much before Plexus. I was one of those people that hopped on Facebook a couple times a week, scrolled through, kind of got updated somewhat on what my friends were doing. I maybe posted once a week or every other week. And when I decided, and it was a clear decision of I am going to do this thing with Plexus, I went from posting maybe once a week to 4 times a day. And this is 3 years ago, back when the algorithms on Facebook were different, and it was in your best interest to post 4 times a day. Like, you got visibility and everything like that. Well, now that's not the case. Now you only want to post 1 or 2 times a day. But back then it was like, you got to post twice in the morning and twice in the evening. So I was on it. Like, I went from nothing to 4 times a day. So I needed to have a plan. If I was going to post 4 times a day, I needed a plan and a system and something that every day I didn't have to recreate the wheel. So what I did, and like I said, this is back when it was 4 times a day. Don't do this. Don't post 4 times a day. But what I did was, in the morning, I would do a Plexus post and a personal post. And when I say personal post, I mean like not Plexus related. And then in the afternoon or evening, I would do it again. I would do a Plexus post and a personal post. And that's essentially what I do now, just in half. I do 1 personal post a day and 1 Plexus post a day. So what I want to do is I want to walk you guys through my first month. So I'm going to share my screen. I have a fun little PowerPoint for you guys. And I am going to walk you through kind of my first month and what I did right and what I did wrong. So here is my very first Plexus post, you guys. First of all, can we give ourselves all a high five that Plexus has new branding and new packaging, and this looks like Hobby Lobby threw up on my Facebook screen is what this looks like, okay? But what I did, I was a brand new ambassador, so I just went and stole someone else's. It was probably my sponsor's graphic that she used. It was the 4th of July 4th, 2015, and I grabbed a cheesy graphic, which is what most new ambassadors do. That's what we do because we don't know any better. And my wording wasn't even that great. It was almost kind of apologetic. I had just become a new fitness instructor for this program called Eccentrics. So I said, just when, you started getting tired of me posting about Eccentrics, ... here I am about Plexus, whoop, whoop. Guys, I want you to look how many people liked my post. My sponsor, Rachel Hofseth, my sponsor, liked my post. That is it. How many people commented on my post? No one, not even my sponsor. No one commented on my post. 1 person liked my post. Now, what if I had made this post and thought, oh my gosh, no one likes, what if I had quit after this post? You hear what I'm saying? Okay, 1 person liked it. So from there, like I said, and this is what I say, this is a don't do, is I went and Google imaged Plexus, right? You go to Google, you type in Plexus, you click on the image results, and you get graphics. Now, 3 years ago, compliance, we did not talk about compliance. As ambassadors, we weren't training on it. Corporate was not talking about it. And so we posted anything and everything. This is a no-no. You cannot post medical claims. You cannot post connecting Plexus with medical diagnoses. This graphic is completely uncompliant, completely wrong. And again, I want you to see how many people liked my post. Okay, I liked my post, you guys. I don't even know, but this is, yeah. So July 7th, I will say this. Here's the one good thing I did about this post was I had a cute little caption. It says, waiting for my first Plexus package is like waiting for a haircut appointment. Once you know you need it, it drives you crazy, right? So I had a cute little caption that kind of let people know I was really excited while I was waiting for my Plexus to arrive. My graphic is a no-no, and the fact that I liked it just cracks me up. Like, no one else liked it, and that's okay, because I am not posting to get likes, and I'm not posting to get comments. And I'm going to talk about this later. In one regard, I'm not posting for likes and comments. In another regard, I am. But for now, big picture, I am not posting on Facebook to make people happy. I'm posting on Facebook because people are desperate for what we have, right? And if I don't share it, either one, they're never going to know about it, or two, someone else is going to talk to them. And I want to be the one to help my friends and family. Call me selfish. Like, I want to be the person that has that opportunity to help them. And so that is why I'm posting, and that's always been my reason for posting. Here's another cheesy, ugly graphic. Y'all, do not post graphics like this. It's cheesy looking, it's not professional looking, and again, it's not compliant. Now, let me also say this. If you're on this training, I know that you are all in, because people who are not all in with the business don't want to learn more about how to be effective on social media. So from this day forward, if you have never viewed yourself this way, I want you to view yourself as a professional network marketer. You are now approaching Facebook and social media as a pro. This is no longer just a hobby or something you do spontaneously or in your spare time. This is something you do with intentionality, with integrity, and with professionalism. And so we're going to talk more about that in a little bit too. But this graphic, again, so thankful that we have better branding and better tools and such to make graphics now. Okay, well, I'll say this. By the time I got my products, I was doing a little bit better with the pictures, right? I sucked it up and took a selfie, holding my ProBio. It's all fuzzy. And there was my welcome pack. Gotta love the old packaging, right? No, we don't have to love it. It's awful. Okay, but this was my first day of taking Plexus, and I started my Plexus diary, okay? I had those 4 posts to fill a day, right? So out of those 4 posts, 1 post a day was always my Plexus diary post. And I numbered them every single day. And I wrote these as if I was writing like a journal entry. I did not address my audience. I was not addressing Facebook. I was just journaling my day, specifically in regards to my experience with Plexus. I shared the good, the bad, and the ugly. But here's another mindset shift that you have to have in regards to social media to see success. You are not a salesman. You are a storyteller. We are storytellers. We are telling our story on social media. We are not product pushers. We are not salesmen. We're not even posting to get a sale, okay? That all kind of talk goes on in private messages, okay? But social media is all about sharing your story, engaging your audience, creating curiosity, and you want people to lean in, and you want people to enjoy when they are scrolling through Facebook and they see your post. How do you want them to feel? Because we buy things based off of our feelings, but we have certain feelings when we think of people. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but we are storytellers. That's where I was getting ahead of myself. We are storytellers first and foremost. We must tell our story. So I started Plexus Diary, day number 1. I even said, hello, headache in the middle of there. Like, I was sharing my detox experience. I was going to be transparent. I wasn't going to put on this show of like, Plexus is amazing and it changed my life after 3 days. Like I said, we were former missionaries. So I had an audience of people that know that I value things like the truth and honesty and humility and transparency. And that's what I wanted to bring as I was starting. And look how many likes I got, you guys. Hey, I'm up to 8, 9, 10, 11, and I liked it again. What was with me liking my own posts? That's hilarious. Okay, but I was starting to engage my audience. So I was posting every single day until I got my products. Okay, here's Plexus Diary day number 9. Again, I'm just sharing my story. Every single day, I would share a different part of my story. And I want you to look down there. My friend Tiffany said, oh, I just heard about Plexus from a friend on Friday. Very interested in trying it. Guess what I did as soon as I saw this? I messaged Tiffany. I said, hey, Tiffany, oh my gosh, I would love to share Plexus with you. Like, what kind of information can I get you, right? Now, the other thing to keep in mind here is this is now July 17th. I've been posting for almost 2 weeks, and Tiffany just commented on my post. There's a chance that there are people in your audience. There's a really good chance that people in your audience are not on Facebook every single day. They might be like me. They might be like me before Plexus, where they're only on Facebook a couple times a week. So if you post on a Sunday and your friend Tiffany doesn't come on Facebook till Thursday, there's a really good chance she is never going to see your Plexus post. This is why it's so important to commit to posting every single day. Get that thought out of your head of, I'm worried about annoying people, because people aren't on Facebook every single day like we are, like Plexus people are, right? So this might have been, I might have been posting for 13 days already, but this might have been the first post that Tiffany saw from me. Now, the other thing I want you to notice is I am 13 days into my journey, and I am friends on Facebook with my Diamond Upline. Melissa Eichenhorst commented on my post. Thanks, Melissa, by the way. If you are not friends with your Jewel and Diamond Upline, get on it. Friend your Jewel and your Jewel Uplines, because guess what? They're posting the right way. They are someone to be duplicated and someone for you to be getting to know if you are serious about this. So, there's that post. Okay, Plexus Diary, day number 26. It's now August 11th. I've been on Plexus for I've signed up more than a month ago. Guys, nothing was off limits in what I was posting about. When you got to post every day, you got to come up with fresh material every day. This post was about my period, y'all, okay? Had I ever posted about stuff like that on Facebook before Plexus? No. Why would I ever post about my period on Facebook, right? But part of my story was that before Plexus, my periods were debilitating. I'm talking awful, like lasted 2 weeks long. I'm on the couch for days. I'm canceling appointments with people. I'm not able to get up off the couch. So you better believe when I started to see Plexus impact that, I'm going to share it with others, because I know there's other people out there that struggle in the same way. So nothing was off limits. I made it funny. You know, I kind of started off by saying, Amanda, are you seriously going to post about this? Yes, I am, right? Because I know people need to hear about this. So that was the other thing, was full transparency. I was appropriate and I was tactful in what I was saying. I wasn't gross or inappropriate in any way, but nothing was off limits. I was going there. If plexus was touching it, I was going there. Okay. And guys, from there, I just told my story over and over and over again. And 3 years later, I hear people say, you know, I've run out of what to post about. And I'm like, do you still have energy? Are you still sleeping better? Have you been able to keep your weight off? Then you still got material. Like, and it's like, well, all I ever do is post about my energy. And it's like, yeah. And the people that are tired out there, all they ever do is post about how tired they are. So the same way that their life is a broken record in a negative way, we get to be a broken record in a positive, inspiring way, constantly reminding our audience that there is hope and there is an answer out there for their health needs. The other thing I did was started sharing about who was joining me. So Plexus Diary day number 16, I have a family serving as missionaries in Indonesia and another in Senegal that are starting Plexus this month. I just shared everything, you guys. I didn't hold anything back. You know, I said, I'm so thankful I can share this with friends and possibly make an impact in helping them to be more efficient with the time they have abroad. Then the next day I shared that, hey, I got my parents on board, woohoo, and just shared about my parents and why were they joining Plexus. And then I shared again, let's see, which one is this? I just kept sharing, you guys, okay? So that's the point is, yes, you're going to start feeling like a broken record as your health becomes more stable, and you just feel better. Like, sure, there's nothing new to share, and yet what you have to share is still needed by everyone out there. You know what I mean? So share your story over and over and over again in all different ways, from all different angles. If anything, just every day think, what would my day be like today if I didn't have Plexus? Like, what would, like, waking up in the morning and making my kids lunch, what would that be like if I didn't have Plexus? And then write about how you're so thankful you have Plexus because you woke up and you had energy and you could make your kids lunch and not forget anything. I don't know, right? Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. So that was kind of my first month. And I didn't stop. I think I went with the diary for like a couple months. And then I would do it more sporadically because I just had new stuff to post about. Okay. So now I want to fast forward to a year ago. So kind of up until now, that is how I would recommend a new ambassador post is share your story, walk people through your first month. It's not about sharing your results. It's about sharing your journey. Do you hear me? It is not about sharing your results. It's about sharing your journey, right? You can post on day 5 and you may have no results, but you took your pink drink that day. And so you're going to share about it and you're going to share about the results that you're hoping for. Post from the very beginning. People say, I want results before I share. And I'm like, no, you share your journey, not your results. Start sharing right away and see who else is going to join you. Okay, so about a year ago, my health went like wackadoodle for about a month. I found out later it was because my thyroid meds were off. That explained it. And in that time, I got really inconsistent on social media and really, I mean, when your thyroid meds are off, if you don't know, just everything's off. Your entire endocrine system and hormones is all off. And so that's why I say wackadoodle, because I kind of went to crazy town. My anxiety was out the wazoo. My depression was really bad and just constant pity parties. So why am I sharing this? Because your mindset and how you're doing mentally will impact your social media game. And it impacted mine. So I went to Leaders Retreat last year, which was kind of like a kick in the butt. And I came back and ready to make some upgrades in my social media game because it had kind of grown a little stagnant. And it was this constant selfie picture, right, of me with my hand out, like taking a selfie like this. And so it's just like your face, my face. Well, I invested like $15 and got a little mini tripod that I could stand up on my kitchen counter. And I was like, I'm going to test this out. I got it in the mail and tested it out. And I took this picture of myself and I got 77 likes out of nowhere. I mean, I went from just the normal, like I had people liking this photo that I didn't even know followed me on Facebook. Like I didn't know they even saw my posts on Facebook. Here's what it told me. This picture isn't even all that stellar. The lighting is like right on my face. I was standing right under like my kitchen light. But it was further away. It was like, right? It was like from my waistline up. It wasn't just my face. I actually my hair looked nice. My makeup was decent, even at the end of the day. I was holding up the bottle and I actually took time to like pose. And a light bulb went off in my head. And I realized people like pretty pictures. Okay? People like pretty pictures. This picture was just different than the normal picture I usually posted of myself. Basically, right? Like this picture looks like someone else took it of me, even though it was on a tripod. And I forget if I used the timer on my phone or if I used a little remote control to take it. But when I got 77 likes out of just making a probiotic post, I mean, I was not expecting this. Guys, no thought went into this other than I'm going to try out my little tripod stand. This light bulb went off of, oh, people like pretty pictures. And it was this whole shift in my mindset about social media and how to present myself. So, branding. What if, unless you don't have cable or you've been living under a rock or something, or you haven't been to Target for the past 6 months, you may not know who this is. But if you know who this is, there are things you immediately think of with Joanna Gaines. First of all, you're thinking, oh, she's so nice. I love her. Her husband's hilarious. You're thinking shiplap. You're thinking white paint. You're thinking farmhouse sinks. You're thinking, right? Like things, pictures, feelings, things come to mind when you see Joanna Gaines. You see Oprah Winfrey. You don't even have to say her last name. Probably most people don't even know she has a last name. You immediately start thinking certain things of like, oh, like personal development, personal growth, what she promotes, her story, everything like that. Okay, right? You're thinking, you're either thinking, oh, I love them, or you're thinking, who are they? Or you're thinking, oh, that's the show that makes everyone cry, right? Like, okay, it's the This Is Us cast. But you immediately have feelings when you see pictures of these people. Now, here's where a light bulb went off for me with Joanna Gaines specifically, because I really respect her, really appreciate her just as a person, right? She did not get into decorating and plan on having a bunch of pictures taken of her like this and like doing marketing. She did not get into it thinking, oh, I'm going to have a picture of myself plastered in Target all across the country, right? But it is part of her business now to promote herself and to market herself. It is part of her business. And I started to realize I have got to market me. I've got to promote me, because what do we know about Plexus? People are not joining the company, they are joining you. And so what you put on out there in on social media is what people know about you and associate about you. And like I said earlier, when your picture pops up on social media, you want people to feel a certain way. I want people to smile when they see me. I want them to laugh when they read my posts. I want their heart to be tugged at when they read my posts. I don't want people scrolling by quickly. I want them to slow down and see what Amanda has to say today. And so this is a year ago, I started thinking, how do I want people to feel about me? What do I want people thinking about me? And I actually thought about this, made a list. And I realized every single post I'm putting on social media is either contributing to that cause or taking away from it. I hear people say, I don't want to be annoying on social media. And do you know what I say to them? Then don't be. Okay? It's up to you. You are in control. You can either be annoying on social media, or you can add value to people's life. You can encourage them. You can inspire them. You can give them hope. And that should empower you, you guys. That should empower you when it comes to social media. Okay, this is my Facebook page. I updated my profile picture with a good quality picture myself. I updated my cover page photo, and I think I've had this up for a year. I do not change it often, but that is I just happened to find this on either Pinterest or Google Images or something, but I read it and I was like, that is it. Live simply, dream big, be grateful, give love, laugh lots. I was like, that's my brand. I'm putting it up there. I want you guys to notice in my intro on the left, it does not scream Plexus. It does not say Senior Ruby Ambassador. It does not say health and happiness. It does not say anything like that. And the reason is because when people, what am I trying to say? When I meet people on Facebook, in Facebook groups or wherever, and they go to my page to check out who I am, I don't want to scare them off. I don't want them to think, oh, she's just another network marketer. Because guess what? Each of you on this call are not just another network marketer. You are special, you're an individual, and you exist outside of Plexus, right? So I put who I am in my intro. Do these things overlap into Plexus? Absolutely. But this is me. I'm a Christian, I'm a wife, I'm a mommy, I'm a helper, teacher, coach, and dreamer. And then I put my Instagram handle too. So just wanted to put that there just to say your profile does not need to, and I don't think it should scream Plexus. It should scream you, because people are joining you. So this was kind of one of my first steps to rebranding myself. Okay, selfies. I realize I'm being a little random here, but I'm just kind of walking you through some of the things I started to change. I have a small tripod. I also have a big tripod. And then I have a little remote that allows me to take pictures. It's like a Bluetooth remote that allows me to take pictures. It connects to my phone, and I just click the button and it takes a picture. It's super easy to connect. Here's what I want you to know about selfies is typically well, let me ask you this. Have you ever had family photos taken, right? How many photos does the photographer take of you? Hundreds, right? Like they are snapping their camera like crazy. They probably, in like a mini photo session, they probably take close to 300 to 500 photos, or it's some insane number. I can't imagine what a wedding photographer takes. Hundreds of photos. How many photos do they end up giving you? 10, 15, 20, right? Out of those hundreds and hundreds of photos, not all of them are good. You got people smiling weird. You got eyes closed. You got the lighting isn't right. You got people's bodies that are like twisted weird. Their neck looks cut off. Like, right? Most of them go in the trash. Most of them get deleted. Guys, it is the same with selfies. To get a good selfie, on average, I have to take about 10 pictures. Okay? I don't obsess over it, but I'm going to take 10 pictures of myself, again, on average. And out of those 10, there's going to be one that I like the best. And there's going to be quite a few that are garbage. Like, my eyes are weird, my smile is weird, whatever. My hair is weird. But remember, people like a pretty picture. So selfies take practice. And they also take humility because it feels ridiculous. You feel weird. Now, I'm going to totally be transparent with you guys and say, when I'm going to pretend that, I don't know if you can see me right now. Can y'all see me? Let me exit out of this PowerPoint real fast. Okay, there, y'all can see me. I'm going to be totally transparent. I'm going to pretend that the camera here on my computer is a camera like I'm taking my selfie. So here's what I do. Are you ready? You feel ridiculous. I do this in front of my husband sometimes, and God bless him, he doesn't make fun of me. Like, you have to, just like in a photo session, you have to smile this way, and then you have to turn this way, and then you have to cock your head this way, and then you have to get your hand up and go this way. And you have to pretend that you are in a mini photo session with yourself, and you have to go at like 10 different angles and like look over your shoulder and all this stuff before you get one that looks good. I'm not kidding. Like, it's just law of averages, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to share my thing again. So all that to say, these might look like great pictures, but I'm telling you, there's another 40 that went in the trash, okay, because of them. I mean, it took me, the one on the right with me looking up, I look up, I look this way, I look down, I look everywhere. And then I realized if I open up my mouth a little bit, it makes me look a little bit happier, like I'm laughing, right? Okay, so it's all these weird things. The one with the straw, I had the straw coming like up and down and in front, and I had to get one to where the straw looked normal. Take lots of pictures. Don't settle for just the first one you take. Remember, you are a professional network marketer now. Okay, moving on. This picture I took on a Sunday. I remember it was after church. We had just gone to the store, and I bought myself some flowers. And I was straight up duplicating a jewel that I saw post a picture like this. Okay, I did not come up with this idea of putting flowers in a vase and looking over my shoulder. That requires too much thinking. I saw someone else make a post like this, and I was like, I can do that. I can put pictures, I can put flowers in a vase and look over my shoulder. And it was after church, so my hair was done, my makeup was done, I had a nice shirt on. I set up my tripod. Guys, I took about 20 pictures, and like I said, my husband was sitting there at the kitchen table just watching me the whole time. This picture got 71 likes. I don't know why. It just did. But here's another lesson. When you find something that works, do it again. Okay? What did I do? I waited a few months, and I took another picture with me in my kitchen looking over my shoulder, and this picture got another like 40 likes or something. When you find something that works, do it again. So there's my little silly tip. Now, I will say there's nothing else that will make you feel more ridiculous than looking over your shoulder, pretending that someone just called your name and that you're happy about it. That's like what I was thinking when I was taking this picture, okay? Is someone's calling me saying, hey, Amanda, and I'm like, yeah. And it's humbling, y'all. It's Tumbling. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about too. Earlier I said we're not posting for likes, and that's my mindset. I was not posting this hoping to get, oh, come on, 71 likes, right? But at the same time, we are kind of posting for likes because we know that when people like our photos and comment on them, they see our pictures more often, right? So it's another reason to shoot for quality posts. Quality posts. Okay, let me see. What's next? Okay, I even upped my game on my non-plexus posts. I would arrange when you're taking pictures. Y'all, I'm not a photographer by any means, but you can learn how to take good pictures. You can watch YouTube videos. You can watch people that, watch accounts of people that take good photos. And then, like I said, just copy them. Just be like, oh, I can do that. I can line up 2 glasses and my sunglasses on a table and take a picture. My husband and I went out to lunch, and this was the picture I posted. I thought it was cute that my sunglasses matched my drink. So I took a picture. So this was not a plexus post, but I kind of upped my game on my just normal social media posts too. So make your pictures look nice. Y'all, these are my new dog bowls that I got. These are my dog's new food and water bowls that I got. I was hunched down on the ground taking this picture, but I got a good shot, right? And lastly, this post was about this new gluten-free bread that I had found, but I took the time. It took an extra 2 minutes to put my white plate. I went and grabbed my green plate. I put it on there. You guys, I even took a bite out of my sandwich before I took the picture so that it looked more, because if you look at pictures of like professional food photographers, they do this. They like cut into the food with the fork, and they leave the fork on the plate, and then they take the picture. They don't take the picture of just the piece of pie. They put the fork in the piece of pie, and they make it look like personable. And so little things like that you can learn. So this is work, y'all. This is work. And that is why Plexus compensates us so well, is because they know we are putting out effort to grow our businesses. No one said it would be easy, but it's so worth it. Okay, I've got a quick list of do's and don'ts, and then I will wrap up. So super fast, I'm going to run through these, okay? This is going to be recorded, so you can always go back if you need to. Don't use graphics. Don't use cheesy Google graphics. Have I beaten that dead horse enough? I hope so. Do use quality selfies and pictures that you have taken. Yes, I think we've talked about that too. Don't use salesy phrases like message me, ask me, or let me know. Do not address your audience like a salesman, right? Remember my diary posts? You're telling your story. You're sharing it as if it's your blog, right? You're sharing it as if it's your journal. At the end of your journal or a blog post, you don't write, message me if you want more information. Because there is this assumption, people know if you are posting about Plexus, they know that if they want more information to message you, right? It's just an unspoken fact. Okay, do tell your story over and over and over and over, and never stop sharing your story. Don't post your website. This is actually a Facebook no-no. Facebook can like track it somehow and freeze your account. Plus, it's just kind of tacky. It screams, I'm selling a product. And you are so much more than that. Remember, you are sharing hope with people. You're not just selling a product. You're wanting to change someone's life. Car salesmen sell a product. We change lives. Do post daily. Every single day, get something up. Don't make unsupported medical claims. Guys, this is not a compliance training. There's lots of good ones out there. But please, please post compliantly. If you don't know what that is, please educate yourself. The FDA does shut down companies when their representatives are constantly making uncompliant claims, when they're making medical claims that cannot be supported by the company's research. So learn about compliance and be very careful and cautious. So with that being said, because we have to be compliant, we also have to be creative with our wording. So we cannot say, Plexus took away all my allergies. That is not compliant. But as we're sharing our story, we can talk about our seasonal sniffles and how Plexus has helped our seasonal sniffles. So things like that, you have to be creative with your wording to where you're not using medical terminology like allergies or acne or eczema or Hashimoto's disease, things like that. Okay, don't click share. So if you see your upline make a really great post, don't click share, because chances are what happens when you click share is only your mutual friends can see that. Plus, your friends don't want to see your friend's post. They want to see your post. So what you do is you steal the post. We're one Plexus. We're one big team. It is totally legit and proper etiquette to steal other ambassadors' posts. So you want to copy the text. You want to personalize it to yourself, change it up to make it sound like it's from you, and then post what you saw posted by someone else. Okay, so duplicate other posts, don't click share. Don't have your privacy settings set to public. And this is just my own personal rule, is like I said, when I meet someone on Facebook, I don't want them to come to my page and have Plexus blasted at them. So guys, it takes one extra second. Anytime I make a Plexus post, I make it private. Anytime I make a personal post, I make it public, unless it's about my kids. I don't make my kids' posts public. But if it's about my sandwich with my orange, that's going to be a public post. And then if I make a Plexus post, it's going to be private. It takes one extra second before you click share or before you click post or whatever it is. You can click on the top right of your post and it says change privacy settings, and real fast you can choose public or friends. That's just what I do personally. Do edit your pictures before you post them. So you've taken your 15 selfies, you found the one that you like, crop it so that you like the placement of it. If you're going to use a filter, use a filter. But make sure it looks nice before you post it. Don't confuse your audience. So you want to send a consistent message to your audience. So I'm going to be real specific here. If you are posting about how you are doing Plexus and you're so excited, and I'm guilty, I'm going to share what I did wrong. You're so excited about getting healthy, but then you share about how you have ice cream every single night. Okay, this was me. I had ice cream every single night before Plexus, and it was a hard habit to break, you guys. Hard habit to break. So if you're posting about Plexus and then you're also posting brownie recipes, it's an inconsistent message. Can you still eat the brownies? Yes. But you're now a professional network marketer, right? And you're branding yourself. You want people, when they see you, to think of health and that you are someone knowledgeable about health and you're someone that they could come to and ask questions about being healthy. Again, can you go eat the brownies? Yes. I'm not saying don't eat the brownies, although that's another talk for another day. Maybe you shouldn't be eating the brownies. But when you're posting about Plexus and then you're posting about your massive extra large supreme pizza, it's confusing unless you're doing a post about block. You know what y'all see what I'm saying? Be consistent. with your audience. If you're posting positive Plexus posts, but then you're also posting negative complaining posts, that's confusing your audience as well. Be consistent with who you are, what you want them to think of you. You're building trust on social media. Once you get that, oh, my posts are going to tell my audience whether or not they can trust me, hello, that kind of raises the bar, right? Okay, like I said, do brand yourself. You want to be viewed as trustworthy, having integrity, being someone knowledgeable and reliable and dependable. Don't forget to clean up. Every now and then I will go to my Facebook page and people tag me and stuff, and maybe I post something that I'm like, I shouldn't have posted that. But especially tags and things like that, I'll go through my Facebook page and just click hide from timeline. And it doesn't delete the post, it doesn't remove the tag, but it does just prevent other people from seeing it on my Facebook page. I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my Facebook page, but got to do what you got to do. So don't forget to clean up things like that every now and then, so that when people come to your page to look at you, it's one consistent message on there. Do batch your photos. Okay, batching photos is something that saves me so much time. And here's all that that means. When you're having a good hair day, when you got your makeup done, and you got 30 minutes, I want you to go take 100 different pictures of yourself. I want you to change your top about 7 different times. I'm not even kidding you guys. So many of my pictures of myself are from batching days where I will get my hair and makeup done and I will like have a mini photo shoot with myself. Just like when you go to a photographer and you bring a few different outfits to wear, that's what I do. I have a little photo session around my house. Maybe I'll go outside in my backyard, get a tripod, get a remote control so you don't have to depend on your spouse or your roommate or whatever to take pictures of you. Don't have to rely on your toddlers. Change your top about 10 different times, whatever. Make up a pink drink so that you've got your props, you've got your pink drink prop, and batch those photos. Take a bunch of photos all at once, and then you're good to go for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month, depending on how many good shots you get. So batching photos is something that I started doing, about a year ago, and it saves me so much time because I don't have my hair and makeup done every day. But people like a pretty picture. So, okay. That is all I had for you. Now, there's a ton more I could say. That's why we're having part 2 next week. And my amazing power partner, Mandy Delbaum, is going to share a ton more on social media because, again, we could have like a 10-part series on this and go on and on. But here's your takeaway. You are a professional network marketer. You are going to present yourself as such. You're going to figure out your brand. All your brand is who you are. Who are you? I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I like to redecorate my house. I like food. That's what I post about. If you like to crochet, then by golly, you take the best darn pictures of yarn and crochet needles that you can. You know what I'm saying? You go buy some flowers and you put a flower by your yarn and you take the prettiest pictures of the scarves and the blankets that you are crocheting. If you love your dog, then you take the best pictures of your dog that you can. You raise the bar, guys. That's what you've got to do, is raise the bar and know that you are capable. You must believe in yourself. I can't do a training without talking about mindset. You have to believe in yourself and say, if she can do this, I can do this. I started telling myself that as soon as I started Plexus, and it has only benefited me by looking at successful ambassadors and saying, if she can figure this out, I can figure it out, right? We are all equally capable of being extremely successful in this business, but it's going to take work. It's going to take effort, but it is all so worth it. And social media is not an exception. So I'm so thankful for you guys hopping on. Yes, this is recorded, and I will post it on Team Eichenhorst when I've got it all uploaded. Feel free, once I post it, you can ask questions there. And yes, I will also post the link for the Amazon tripods. I do not use a social media scheduler. I heard that that reduces how many people can see. And I'm sure I'm going to sign off and be like, oh, I forgot to tell them this and this and this. But I know I've given you guys a ton to think about. Share your story, be professionals, and have fun with it. Have fun, play around with it, laugh at yourself when you're taking all your goofy selfies. And yeah, let's go change lives. That's what this is all about, is reaching more people. So thanks, you guys, for tuning in. Have a great night. Talk to y'all later.